Dear students, today we'll start class 10 ICSE mathematics syllabus. The chapter is linear inequations. So in my regular class, I explained you about linear equation. Linear equation. So before knowing the definition of equation, one has to know what is expression, what is constant, what is variable, what is term. All those things I explained in my regular class only. So let me explain about equation, linear equation, then the topic linear inequation. So equation means what? We know that one expression is equal to another expression, or an expression is equal to some real number. Some real number is called as equation. Is called as equation. Suppose if equal sign is replaced by not equal. For example, these two are not equal. Even these two are not equal. That means what? The first expression, if it is not equal to second expression, means the first expression may be lesser than the second expression. May be lesser than the second equation. Or the first expression may be greater than the second equation. That means in an expression or in an equation, if equal sign is replaced by lesser than symbol or lesser than equal symbol, greater than or greater than equal symbol, then it is called as inequation. Okay, see, in an equation, if equal sign is replaced by lesser than symbol, greater than symbol, lesser than or equal symbol, greater than or equal symbol, then it becomes inequation. Remember, when I say inequation, that means the symbol lesser than, greater than, lesser than or greater than equal signs should be considered. Now, even we know that linear means what? Linear means what? An expression having the variable highest power 1. For example, 9x plus 4. So this is an expression having the variable of highest power 1 is called as linear. Thus linear inequation can be defined as a statement thus linear equation is defined as a statement in which thus linear inequation may be defined as an inequation which is having variable of highest power 1 is called a linear inequation. I repeat again, a statement in which of inequation where the highest power of the variable is 1, it is called as a linear inequation. So the general form of linear equation, general form of linear inequation can be written as ax plus b is smaller than c. Ax plus b is smaller than or equal to c. Ax plus b is greater than c, or ax plus b is greater than or equal to c, where a, b, c are real numbers. Where a, b, c are real numbers and A is not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0. Because if A is equal to 0, then what happens? Anything multiplied with 0 will become 0. So thereby what happens? It will not become a linear inequation. So next is solution set. A variable which satisfies the given inequation is called a solution set. For example, x plus 4 is lesser than 9. So solution set means what? A variable which satisfies the given inequation is called as solution set. For example, x plus 4 is equal to 9. So let us take x is equal to 1. Then what happens? This implies 1 plus 4 is less than 9. Definitely 5 is less than 9. So therefore the solution set will have the variable value 1 because it satisfies the given inequation. Suppose if I take x is equal to 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Definitely 6 is lesser than 9. So 2 is also the solution for this one. For example, if I take x equal to 3. So then what happens? 3 plus 4, which is nothing but 7. 7 is definitely less than 9. So 3 is also solution. Suppose if I take x equal to 4. So then what happens? I will get 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 is definitely less than 9. So 4 is also the solution in this given set. Suppose if I take x equal to 5. Then what happens? I will get 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 cannot be lesser than 9. 9 is definitely equal to 9. This will not satisfy the given inequation. Suppose if I take x equal to 6. So I will get 6, 10. 10 cannot be lesser than 9. Hence this also will not satisfy the given inequation. Therefore, for this given inequation, the solution set are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the definition is a variable which satisfies the given inequation are called as a solution set. So after this solution set, next we will study about the properties of inequation. So regarding the properties, even I have explained in the class itself. So property 1, property 2 as well as property 3, the third property is more important. What does the first property tells? Adding or subtracting. Adding or subtracting a real number on either side of the inequation does not changes the inequation. This is the first property. Adding or subtracting. Adding or subtracting any real number on the either side of the inequation does not changes the inequation. This I explained in the class. Then second property is multiplying or dividing. Multiplying or dividing any real number on the either side of the inequation does not changes the inequation. The third, which is the most important one, the third property, which is the most important one, is if you add or multiply the negative sign, if you multiply or divide the negative sign on the either side of the inequation changes. Very clearly, for example, minus x is less than 2. Remember, in this, the x should not be multiplied with the negative sign. The values of x may be multiplied with negative sign. So that means x should not be multiplied with the negative sign. So to make it positive, what we do is we will multiply by minus on both sides. So thereby what happens? Minus of minus x is nothing but what? Less than minus 2. So this is, remember again I am telling you, when you multiply both sides with a negative sign, what happens? The inequation changes. That means lesser than will change to the greater than. Suppose if it is greater than here, it will change to lesser than. Okay, when you multiply with the negative sign, thereby what happens? The inequation changes from the greater than to the lesser than, or lesser than to the greater than. Lesser than will change to greater than. So thereby what happens? Minus into minus plus, x is greater than minus 2. So this is the third property, which is a most important property. Okay, you should remember it very carefully. So after this, the next one is graph of natural numbers. Graph of natural numbers, whole numbers and integers, even the real number also. The graphical representation of the natural number, whole number and integer in the linear inequation is the same. Only in case of real number it is different. So let me take one example. First one, graph of x such that x such that x such that minus 1 is less than x is less than 4, where x belongs to n. N means what? Natural numbers. Natural number means what? All the counting numbers. You know that natural numbers means generally students will tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. Then what is whole number? Along with natural number, you have to consider 0 also. Whole number means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. What is integer? Even I have given the definition of the integer also. Okay, whole number as well as the negative numbers are called as integers. So the representation of graph for natural numbers, whole numbers and integers are same. So what we call it as the graphical representation of inequation on the number line. So first we will take this one. So that means minus 1 less than x less than 4. That means you have to take those values which are present between minus 1 and 4. So therefore the solution set. So the values which are present between minus 1 and 4 are 0, 1, 2 as well as 3. The values which are present between minus 1 and 4 are 0, 1, 2 and 3. But the condition is what? The x value should be n. That means natural numbers. That means 0 cannot be taken. If I take 0, it will become whole number. Suppose instead of natural number, if they give w, yes, it can be considered. Okay, instead of w, if they give I, also you can consider, because 0, 1, 2, 3 will become integer. Even 0, 1, 2, 3 will become whole number. But in this case, he has given x belongs to n. That means you have to consider only natural numbers. So natural number starts with 1, 2, 3, so on. Hence 0 cannot be considered. Okay. So this should be represented on the number line. Remember, this is not a line. It is the line segment, because it has end on both sides. So line means what? It should be having arrow mark on both sides. So this is called as a line. Okay? If it doesn't write the arrow mark, it will become line segment. It will not become line. So you have to represent this on the number line. You can start anywhere. First I can take here, if I want, I can take -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 as well as 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 as well as 4. Since these values should be represented on the number line. Remember, in case of natural number, whole number as well as integer, on these numbers we will write a dark circle. Dark circle. So this is how the number line is being represented in case of natural number or whole number as well as integer. Right? Yes. We'll take one more example, that is graph of x such that x is greater than 2. X is greater than 2. X is greater than 2, comma, where x belongs to W. I said x belongs to W means what? It is whole numbers. Whole number starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Remember, the value of x is greater than 2. So therefore, the solution set. Greater than 2 means what? You can start with 3, 4, 5, dash, dash, dash up to infinity. Endless, because as we know that the counting numbers are endless, thereby whole numbers are also endless, even the integer also endless. So 3, 4, 5, dash, dash, dash up to infinity, because that is x is greater than 2. So greater than 2 means it starts with 3, 4 up to infinity. So this has to be represented on the number line. Right? You can take 0 anywhere. I will take 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on up to infinity. So to represent this on the number line, since it is a whole number, what you have to do is you have to put the 3 dots on the number 3. Sorry, that is a dark circle. 3, 4, 5. Since it is up to infinity, to represent up to infinity, just on the number line you put another 3 dark circle. This will clearly indicate that it starts with 3 and it ends up to infinity. Or you can tell that these are the values which are greater than 2. This is how you have to represent if it is greater than 2. Similarly, lesser than 2 is on this side. Okay, right. Next one. Suppose. Next one. Graph of x such that x is less than -1. X is less than -1 and x belongs to I. I means what? Again integers. Again integers. So less than 1, what you can take? What are the solution set, or what is the value of x in this? Lesser than 1, that is what? -2, -3, -4, that is up to negative infinity. Up to negative infinity. So this can be represented on the number line. On the number line, you can start with here directly. If you want, you can start -1. If you want, you can give 0 also. This is -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on up to negative infinity. So since it is again an integer, you are supposed to draw the solid circle. So for first three numbers, that is for -2, -3, -4. We know that even this is up to infinity, so this is on the negative side, so you have to put the 3 dots on the number line. This is how we will represent the integers or the integers in the graph, right? So you understood how to represent the natural numbers, whole numbers, as well as integers. The next one is graph of representation of real numbers. Then we'll take the next one is real numbers. So we'll consider example for this one. Yes. Graph of x such that -1 is less than x, which is less than 3, x belongs to R. X belongs to R. Right? Now, see, that means -1 less than x less than 3 means you have to write those values which are present between -1 and 3. So therefore, the solution set for this will become 0, 1, 2. -1 cannot be taken, 3 cannot be taken. So this has to be represented on the number line. Be careful, the representation of number line is different to that of the natural number, whole numbers, as well as integers. I explained the representation of natural number, whole number, or the integer is the same, whereas in real number it is a little bit different. So for this one, again I will draw the number line, which I can take with -1, -1, 0, 1, 2, as well as 3. Right? As well as 3. So this has to be represented on the number line. Remember, you have to draw the line on the number line. You have to draw the line on the number line from -1 to 3. From -1 to 3. You have to draw a thick line on it. -1 to 3. Remember here, lesser than symbol is given. Equal symbol is not given. So when the lesser than symbol is given, okay, you have to draw the halo circle. Halo circle. Here the lesser than symbol is given, not equal. Lesser than equal symbol is not given. Hence we are taking halo circle. Here it is again lesser than symbol. It is not lesser than or equal symbol. Hence again it is halo circle. This is how we represent the real number. I'll tell again, you should draw the number line. You have to take, you have to represent the numbers from -1 to 3. Okay, on that you have to draw the thick line. Okay, then you have to see that whether equal sign is been given or not. Here what happened in both cases, smaller sign, lesser than sign is given. So what you have to do is, you have to put the halo circle at both ends. Okay, for the same problem, suppose if the equal sign is given. For the same problem, if the equal sign is given. So when equal sign is being given at one point, equal sign is given. That means you have to take those values of x which are present between -1 and 3, including -1, because equal sign is given. So the values which are present between -1 and 3 are what? 0, 1, 2. Even I will consider -1 also, because -1 is equal to x. So you have to consider -1. Again, to draw the graph of the number line, I'll start with, if I want I can start with -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. If you want, you can extend up to 4 also. Right? Next. Now you have to draw the thick line. From where to where? From -1 to 3. From -1 to 3. from minus 1 to 3. From minus 1 to 3. Remember here, for minus 1 lesser than equal sign is given. For 3 it is lesser than sign is given. That means lesser than means what? You have to put the lesser than means what? You have to put the halo circle. You have to put the halo circle. Here lesser than equal sign is given. Equal sign is given. Hence you have to put the equal sign is given. Hence you have to put the solid circle. You have to put the solid circle. When equal sign is given, you have to put the solid circle. When it is not given, you have to put the halo circle. This is how we can represent the real number on the number line. One more example. Suppose here again equal sign is given. Right? So that means it is having equal sign on both sides. It is having equal sign on both sides. So then means we have to take first the values which are present between minus 1 and 3. The values which are present between minus 1 and 3 are what? 0, 1, 2. If you look here, for minus 1 equal sign is given. That is why we have to consider minus 1. For 3 also equal sign is given. Therefore, you have to consider 3 also. Then you have to represent this on the number line. Again, you can start with the minus 1 or minus 2 anywhere. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, as well as 4. Right? You have to represent the real number on the number line. So therefore, from minus 1 to minus 1 to 3, you have to draw the line from minus 1 to 3. From minus 1 to 3. From minus 1 to 3. For minus 1, equal sign is being given. Therefore, you have to put what? Solid circle. You have to put the solid circle. Here, for 3, equal sign is being given. Again, you have to put the solid circle. So, from these 3, it is very clear that whenever the equal sign is being given, lesser than or equal sign, lesser than equal sign is being given, you have to put the solid circle. Whenever only lesser than symbol is given, you have to take the halo circle. This is how we represent the real numbers on the number line. Let me explain again. You are supposed to represent the natural numbers, whole numbers, as well as integers and real numbers on the number line. Remember, the representation of representation of natural numbers, whole numbers, as well as integers on the number line is of a same method only. Right? Whereas for the real number, it is quite different. We have to draw the thick line from one value to the other value, and you have to put the solid circle if equal sign is been given. If it is not given, you have to put the halo circle. This is how we represent inequation on the number line graph.